Here's an explanation of the Donald Trump-focused article, The Bubble Wrap President from The Atlantic. The title doesn't refer to literal bubble wrap. Rather, bubble wrapped is a metaphor for how isolated and insulated Trump has become. The bubble describes a self-reinforcing environment of aides, donors, familiar settings, and media that flatter him, limiting real feedback, outside perspectives, or direct contact with everyday Americans. The article argues this isolation is worrying even to allies. They fear he's losing touch with what ordinary citizens want and care about. For many years, large public rallies were core to Trump's political identity. At rallies, he got real-time feedback from supporters. Offhand comments at rallies would often become part of future messaging or policy stances. Those rallies paired with travel across many states, visits to communities, local officials, small businesses, and everyday voters, giving him direct insight into concerns, frustrations, and priorities of supporters. But now, that domestic travel and those rallies have largely disappeared. Instead, Trump spends most of his time traveling abroad, golfing at his private clubs, or socializing with wealthy friends, business leaders, and major donors. His public appearances, speeches, and domestic outreach have sharply declined compared with his first term. Without regular contact with voters or local communities, his political antenna may be blunted. Allies worry he may be out of touch with what the public actually cares about. The people around him, White House staff, advisors, are described as true believers or yes men, meaning there's little internal dissent or challenge. That makes it unlikely anyone close to him will offer a serious reality check. His media consumption and social bubble are narrower, mostly friendly or sympathetic outlets, limited exposure to opposing views. Taken together, the article suggests this bubble wrap protects him, but also shields him from pressure, criticism, or feedback, which can lead to blind spots or misjudgments. It's not unusual for presidents to become somewhat isolated. Many aspects of the job, security demands, time constraints, constant staff, make total immersion in everyday life impossible. But the article argues Trump's current bubble is unusually impermeable. Fewer public events, less travel, a narrower circle of advisors and media, more extreme than many predecessors. In other words, the bubble is far more than standard presidential insulation. It's a political and social silo. A leader disconnected from real-world feedback may miscalculate public mood, misprioritize policies, or fail to respond to emerging issues, potentially undermining support even among his base. With a tight circle of loyalists and little dissent, decisions might reflect groupthink more than reality. That raises stakes for accountability and decision-making quality. The diminishing of rallies and grassroots engagement might weaken personal credibility among ordinary supporters, making his political movement more about elites and donors than the population he once energized. If you like, I can run through some of the reactions to the article to show how different groups interpret this bubble.